Well, this is my end of season sale that I do. It's Small Business Saturday. It's coming up this Saturday, will be the 29th. And I just wanted to share some of my favorite pieces that I'm taking and some real quick coverage on the glaze combinations that I've used on those. And so I want to hit a couple of these real quick just to share with you that you can try yourself. This is my infamous Arkansas mugs that I make. A lot of times I put a little heart in a corner, I put a peace sign. There's my little peace sign I always put in my handles. This is textured turquoise and blue teal. And then on the inside, and I'm gonna tell you, I do 2 coats of textured turquoise and 2 coats of blue teal. And depending on how that layers, you get some nice little fogging there. Looks like with the green, I put some seaweed around the top on this one to get some run. And then on the inside there is storm. And then I put the seaweed up here so that we got some nice little run. And this is a good stable celadon that makes a really great liner. And that's a great little mug. I did several of these that are just speckled clay from Brackers. This is with honey flux, and then up here I put sunset pink around the rim from Coyote. And this is obviously that's a blend of textured turquoise with some greens in it like wasabi. So we got just a little bit of run in that, and those made some great mugs. You know, two coats of honey flux, maybe 3, and then at the top you might put a little more to get that run in it, and then put some color on top of it, and you'll get that run that comes right on down. Those are some great ones. Here's a couple, a little bit lackluster, but this is marigold. Same thing, speckled clay, 2 to 3 coats of honey flux, and then you put a couple of coats of marigold. It came out real golden instead of yellow so much. Not quite what I expected, but it's a really pretty mug, you know? You can't complain about that. Here's our Northern Lights combination, which is obsidian. And I've got videos on most of these. If you go look at my videos, I show you how to do this. You've got smoky merlot, you've got blue teal, you've got seaweed in here, indigo float, different colors that you mix in here on top of the obsidian. Inside is just black obsidian, and then it's out here. You put those together and you get this beautiful run in that mug. And I think I had a couple of these and I've already sold one. No, there's another one on the shelf. I do have 2 and I sold one as well. I made a butter dish in that combination on request, kind of a special thing for a family member. This is probably my favorite piece of the year. And I have a video out there if you want to know how to do this. I cannot recall exactly. I know we've got honey flux out here. We've got some iron luster probably in here a little bit. We've got some indigo float, smoky merlot. I put a lot of different things in here in different bands, but this is one of those that I don't really care if I sell it or not. You know, that's pretty. Sits on my shelf and I enjoy it in the shop. And you probably have pieces like that. Here's another one that I really like, not quite as big. I know this is honey flux with cosmic tea dust, smoky merlot, some different things. I did a video on it. Go look at my video. You're gonna find out how to make these kinds of combinations and colors. I've got a ton of videos out there. And of course this one. This is the old infamous honey flux with bands of, I'm going blank on you here. Is it indigo float? Nope, it is iron luster. This puts bands of iron luster on this. You're gonna put 2 to 3 coats of honey flux, probably 2, don't do too many, and then do bands of the iron luster, and then you come back and you cover the whole thing with iron luster, and you get that beautiful combination there. I have videos out there for this, just that go in detail. I'm not really hitting a lot of detail here, just some of my favorite pieces. I like this. I've made this before. This is just a speckled clay from Brackers, as you can see, with honey flux on top of it, but I left a band uncovered with the honey flux, and in here is where I put iron luster and then covered it in oatmeal. And I just love that. This is the third one I've made like this because I've sold the other two. And those are great. Of course, here's a great, I have a few of these mugs, some of them with my Arkansas badges on, but obviously this is iron luster and oatmeal. You know, you do 3 coats of iron luster and then you put oatmeal around the top and down, and you get these beautiful colors. Like I said, just sharing some of the favorite ones that I've done this year. I love these little tumblers. These are little pinch tumblers. You know, you got a little handhold right there. Same combo, iron luster and oatmeal. Aren't those just fantastic? Little wine sippers or bathroom glasses, whatever you want to use it for. Those are neat. Again, I come back to this. I love these pedestal bowls. I just started making these. I got this idea. I did a little bit of braiding around the top with just a tool that I just went around sideways. This is a honeydew. It's a honeydew flux glaze. Nothing else. Put some texture in here so that we got some breaking in here and here. Single color. I mean, this is one Amaco glaze that you lay down, honeydew. Make sure you've got some texture in it so it breaks. And man, isn't that gorgeous? This is just one of my favorite glazes right now. I'm kind of stuck on that. Baking dishes. Got a couple of baking dishes here. See how that is? Boy, I think I actually have a video out there on how to make this. This is just honey flux with indigo float around the top. You get this really neat. I show you how to make this whole piece in one of my videos, just from scratch. Some of my, I got mixing bowls. There's several of them around here. That's just snow on speckled clay. You know, and how pretty is that? You got a little handhold here. That's good. There you go. I have several of those. Those always go well. Here's another one, Honey Flux. It has the textured turquoise, blue rutile, and what is it, honeydew maybe up in here where you get that color. And I pick up get these a pack of 10 on Amazon, and they're just little Saturday morning egg bowls. I put those together and sell those. They just go really well. This one, this was the one, if you've watched my kiln openings, that had a little flaw in it. You see that little crack. How it cracked right there, I don't know. But I've just filled that with epoxy and then sanded it down. I won't sell this. I'll give it to a family member or a friend or somebody. We have several in the house that we use. They're just great little tools. So anyway, a couple of pretty ones. This is another one I'm just trying to show. You know what? I have mistakes too. This one had an S crack. I love this little tumbler, and I will use this. I've had iced coffee I've made in it. It's a nice thick one. It holds the cool. My granddaughter loves these because she said it keeps her orange juice cold. I have some smaller ones in the house. And that's just speckled clay. And you can see that's textured turquoise with blue rutile on top. And then up here I've put the seaweed. So you just get a little bit more run. Really great. Trying to see if there's anything else. Yes, here's one I know that there's a video on. Jasper, ancient jasper. Isn't that crazy? Honey flux and ancient jasper. And I would have thought you'd get a different color, but that's such a neat piece. Isn't it? I just love it. And the runs. Oh, we got right down here. This was one that I used a file or a wheel grinder and just had to smooth it off because it stuck to the kiln, but it's still just a beautiful piece right there. And these are just stock Amaco glazes that you can pick up at your pottery store, order them online. Kruger Pottery is a great place to order from. They're close to St. Louis. They ship right to your house. I buy stuff from them. I buy by the gallon sometimes, and they're just great. I've got a few plant pots I've put together that I will be taking. Yes, $25 for that. And I love making these, and I sell them pretty cheap because I have plants just out the wazoo. I propagate these. I stick them in water, take a cutting, put it in water, and then throw a pot. And next thing I know, I've got this potted plant. I keep them in my shop. I love them here, and they just look good. One more favorite piece that I know you guys have seen, and I love it. How about that? Whew. You know, when you open a kiln and you pull that out of there, that's just happiness. That's just happiness. This was obsidian I put at the top. This was a pot. I had just carved these little in. I used one of my trim tools and carved that. And I put honey flux all the way down here. But in this one band, I put about 3 coats of cosmic tea dust. And cosmic tea dust on top of honey flux will give you this reaction. I have some mugs here. Same thing. Honey flux with cosmic tea dust around the rim. And look at how that flows. So many great combinations that you can get with these Amaco glazes. Here's another one. Look at that. Don't mean to use up all your time, but you know, I get excited about this stuff. It's just neat to come out here and make and create. I hope you're having fun with my videos. I hope you're taking time to make and create some of these things. Here's another one with the cosmic tea dust, and I've got some ancient copper at the top. Just a little old vase that I made for fun, you know, $15. Just a little trinket that'll be great for somebody's Christmas. And here's one more. Let's do this one. This is, again, textured turquoise, two coats, and then blue ratil. And then at the top of this one, and this is a split rim. You can see I've split this rim while it was on the wheel. I took a needle tool and put it right in the middle and split it. And then I come back and I pinch every so often to get that neat little split rim. And then this is Albany Slit Brown. Real heavy, and I love the drips that I get out of that. Inside and out, look at that. Just makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. All right, love you guys. I hope everything goes well for you. Happy holidays. I hope you get time to enjoy with your friends and family. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe. So long from Arkansas. I'll see you in a video soon. Thank you.